Hello. Hello. Oh, phew, for a second I thought it was going to be me to working the wizard, and that's just pure chaos right there.
No, Brandon's here.
Brandon's here too?
Yeah, he's working.
Oh, you mean the sorcerer, because I don't know him as anything other.
Hello.
Ah, our wondrous sorcerer has returned.
When last we met, I killed a dragon.
With a tuning fork.
Yes.
A tuning fork that I enchanted to repel oxygen.
And it was your idea, actually.
Last we left off, Orc's helm was spinning round and
It
round
was
with
a
madness.
collaborative effort. So,
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? The sorcerer scouted ahead, Ulrich rushed to protect him, I ran over to heal everyone, and then you enchanted the spoon that Elodie shot into the...
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
I did quite a bit of damage. I didn't just scout ahead.
Things would have been
You
more
did.
successful if I was just a cruel bastard and went straight for the dragon without taking people's advice.
Also, probably was on faster.
Yeah.
it also would have been a lot of
better
fun.
in the sense of, are we fighting or
Like,
are
are
we
we
running?
avoiding the traps? Are we luring them over? Next time, we're not going into the trap thing. We're luring the whatever it is out here. Next time. Maybe also no hiding.
Also, if I didn't get confused on which way to run.
You're gonna lure the dragon into the traps
Come over here.
he set
We're
up.
like mashing up all your stuff and
Technically, this
we're...
might shock you, but he knows where they are.
Technically,
Wait,
he set up. Wait,
He's a
he set
living-
up traps on him.
never mind. I was about to say he's a living creature, so you set off the flames, but obviously knows a way to turn it off.
Of course.
He goes
Oh,
between
right.
his lab and his
I think
sleep
he's
and
gonna
his
fall
bedroom
into
quite
the,
frequently.
into the trap hallway, just so that we don't have to go through it to get at him. Maybe.
Carries
see.
a magical spoon that allows him to walk through without sitting off
I got a
traps.
double 6 last time, didn't I?
He did.
Yes.
Yes, my idea for my plan of action at the moment is to go out the way I came in, where I saw no guards or anything, and grab as much loot as we can carry.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I was gonna say we should
Yeah,
probably lean that way.
that's a good plan. Well, we
Also,
haven't
that's
talked
where I
about-
left Susan, and
First
I don't
thing
think...
on
Ulrich would appreciate it.
schedule for me is I'm going to take a water flask and fill it with dragon blood.
You sure?
Oh.
You can certainly do that. Roll me a dex check, though.
Excellent. I totally don't suck at that at all.
Ah.
15.
Yeah, you managed to do it without getting any poisonous blood on your hands.
Yay!
Not that it would affect you, but the next person you shook hands with, I was going to give a horrible seizure to.
Yes! Oh, can't I just make my roll fill right? No.
You could pour it all over your hands if you really want to.
Nah, I'm good. Come on. Got at least the treasure with it. No one gets a share of the treasure.
That's not fair. We are...
I said Ulrich's share, I didn't say all of it.
Okay.
What did it get?
Ulrich
I don't
takes
know. What did you get?
51% of all treasure.
You get nothing.
We're nothing. That's what you're...
You fail, good sir! You get nothing!
Ray of Frost.
Are you just randomly picking spells you're preparing?
Yes.
But I picked cover spray for you.
Magic missile, guys!
Right.
Magic missile isn't actually so much... Yeah. It's very handy though.
Fire into the dark.
So now, getting up to the tunnel I fell out of that and into the basin, I have proposed 3 plans. There is the grueling plan where we just simply climb up there. There is the risky plan where our wizard friend levitates a rope up there.
That's better.
And there is what I like to call the fun plan where we leave the arrow with the rope attached inside our wizard, and then me and Ulrich throw him up to the tunnel.
I highly approve this plan.
I do not approve of this plan.
I'll not force you to this plan, but I highly approve of it.
Here are various other people that you can't really see because they're not actually there going. We also do not approve of this plan.
And none of us can fly yet, right?
You're outnumbered.
I wish. You guys wanted to take a full heal up here, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so you guys are going to basically try and make camp in this
Wait.
I suggest we don't.
No, before we do, they might come in after us. So let's not.
I suggest we leave post-haste.
Okay,
Have all my healing
I
spells.
still think we should do a thorough search for treasure.
So do you want to un-full heal up yourselves?
Yeah.
Yep, I just did that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We're not gonna heal.
do not
we're gonna.
feel-
I have yet to full heal myself. I'm still short
We'll
on
get hit points back, but
recoveries.
not dailies.
You can spend
You can spend recoveries.
recoveries to regain hit points, but you don't get your recoveries back.
I've got 2 recoveries left.
My character sheet's already reset. I have no idea what health I used to be.
Just mark off after recoveries and try to remember what spells you used.
But why are we doing this?
Because the
Is there-
Crusaders are going to
People
come
are
in.
gonna come
He's
in.
worried the Crusaders are going to come in looking for you.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
sick life on that crap roll.
Wonder why we're not misshapen. What?
No, the Crusade. If we spend a full rest in here, the Crusaders will come in within that time.
Unless we can find a way to turn the hallway on and off, and we sleep in the dragon's room.
Even so, they'd be waiting for us outside. So we
okay, we'll have a
why
full
not?
heal, we'll
No,
fight them
why
until
not
they
just
do.
leave? Avoid the fight altogether.
Because if they're waiting for us on the other entrance, they won't.
They're not going to be waiting for us at the other entrance. He came in through that entrance after us.
I suggest you fill an Ulrich up with loot and we start running.
I
Alright.
concur.
Alright, that's okay.
On the subject of loot, in the room you're currently standing in, you don't see any. The only thing you see is a
Connor?
pile of what looks like Connor's equipment and him shackled in his underwear to a wall.
I immediately untie Connor and get him his armor.
Thank you, laddie. My dwarven modesty was being crippled.
Can I come into the room now?
You haven't seen anything any of us have already seen.
What's wrong with you, man? Heal him. Give him some whiskey already.
Oh yes, here you go.
Thank God, a healing draught. Just pounds half a bottle of it.
Now then, laddie, I assume you heard our discussion of our current plans at the moment.
Oh, aye, something about Crusaders waiting outside.
Yes. What plan would you like to go with? The grueling way, the risky way, or the fun way?
It's not risky to get a mage hand or rope though.
Yeah, it's not risky.
It's just a mage hand.
There's no work in it.
I might.
Excuse me, a mage hand from Perry.
I was about to say that.
Yes, but if that's only if Perry decides to put a twist on it. If we tell him don't do it, don't be an idiot.
My new table.
Oh god damn it.
I immediately approve.
cock-ups.
I believe now Harry should do that while I stand 10 feet
Just
away.
gonna put this
I'll
on the
usual
top
20
of my
feet.
Well,
pile of
to be
papers.
fair, Regolith has his policy on Perry casting spell times, so that'll be a thing.
Some of the results are good.
I'm just saying, I have my policy, so I'll generally be safe.
Okay,
Generally.
why they're all arguing about how they want to deal with me casting spells?
But
I'm just
really
going
quick,
to go
I want to
just
detect magic.
put the rope up there.
Wait. What? We're not even in that. We're in the main cavern, aren't we?
You're in the dragon's, like, basically bedroom.
Yeah. Don't we want to go to the bathroom to go
Something.
to where he came
Yeah,
in?
wherever you came
Yeah.
from.
There's
that
no
would necessitate going through the burning hallway again.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's first find
First, you
out.
have to figure out how to shut that off.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Detect magic.
Sure.
11 intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, in your case, it'd be charisma,
Nice.
because you're a sorcerer.
15, 17.
17?
Yeah.
You can definitely detect magic coming from pretty much all the walls. It's like a residual trace. It looks like the cavern was basically shaped with magic spells. You can definitely also feel magic coming from, well, obviously things you're wearing. There's magic coming from Connor's armor, as well as a signet ring he's wearing, which looks like it's like a crest of his house or family.
Sure.
You can also sense some magic traces coming through one of the walls.
Go up to the wall and go. Do I hear any hollowness to it?
You do.
Hey guys, secret wall. As
As
Regolith is
Can I roll
afraid,
break object for the first time, guys?
because Regolith can't do it in terms of strength. I go, and I go. Alright, help.
Wait,
Running
hold
your
on.
hands over it, you don't feel any like latches or gaps or anything like that.
Ooh, can I call the mud spirit?
Try.
Let Ulrich shine through on break object.
Go for it.
I'll let him do that first.
Rrr, punch.
Strength.
So total plus 7. Oh!
Is that a nat one?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Wait, how am I feeling pain?
I'm gonna call the mud spirit now.
No, he punches it, and there's a big dent in his fist now.
13.
I just shake it out like a Looney Tunes thing.
As you punch the wall, there's a loud resounding boom of just like the shuddering impact. Doesn't seem to have left it down, but you do hear like echoing going like all the way down the corridors and around.
That's not good.
Job done.
So 13 on the dice, so that'd be 15, 19, 21.
You're no wizard.
No,
A
just go to
section
the
of the
scene
wall
when
of the
they
floor
did the same
comes
thing.
up, and you see just eyes and a nose cone. He goes, "What the hell did I say about noise?"
That was not my fault. That's that guy. I'd actually like to ask you.
I just got the baby to sleep. Just now. For the first time in 2 days.
Well, we took care of the dragon, so no more disturbances from him.
He was quiet. He just sat on his ass painting and shit.
Okay, well, we'll be out of your hair very quickly. We're leaving now.
Anything I can do to speed you getting out of here.
Yes,
Treasure.
very much so.
Yeah.
There is I think there's a secret wall around here. Can you somehow open it, or like figure out how to open it?
He's trying to figure out how to turn off the fire trap.
Also that. We'll be out of your hair as soon
He
as
melts
possible.
away into the floor.
And opens it almost instantly.
Nope. Instead you see the wall sort of ripples here and there, like something's moving around in the earth around it. Face pokes out. I don't see a catch or anything.
So we gotta dig our way in.
I don't know. I'm not sure if this is even supposed to open.
Yeah, it would just say opener.
I found a switch back here though. You want me to pull it?
No.
That'd be a what?
A switch back here. Want me to give it a pull and see what happens?
Yes.
No, don't.
That's the thing that pushes you
I
into
say
the,
yes,
the giant
and
rock
I will
pusher?
move away from the wall.
I cover my face with the shield.
Is there a giant boulder behind there by any chance?
There's a few.
I think that's what the lever does, guys.
But it's a cave.
There's something that gets the giant rock to fall out and it pushes the guys and
I
covers
should
up
say,
the acid.
there's an
cubes.
awful lot of something back here. I'm not sure. It's really dark.
Okay, I'm gonna walk away, hide in like the furthest point in the cavern.
You don't never.
You mean
I'm gonna
down
stand
the
where
corridor?
Well, I mean, like no.
I'm gonna stand where Connor was standing,
Just
like
hide
in the
behind
shadow of the
the
wall.
wall.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
stand there because we know that
Okay,
spot.
I hide behind Ulrich.
Where are the rest of you standing?
I'm standing right beside Ulrich with my shield in front of me.
You guys are standing what, like towards the
Furthest
wall?
point, like the
I'm
furthest
standing
wall.
behind
The
him.
furthest wall from the thing.
Okay. So you're standing at the furthest wall, lined up in a row.
No. Like
I would like to
Because
immediately
you're
say-
behind Ulrich, he's behind Ulrich, and you're
off
behind
angle,
him.
like off angle. So it's like this. We're diagonal.
When they do that, Ulrich turns around and gives a really look and steps 10 feet that way.
Yeah, I stay behind him.
Just like everyone's like cuddled behind you, you're just like step. Step.
Yep.
You just hear this heavy like shake of.
Pull it now.
Is Ulrich actually gonna let these idiots stand? I'll try and clump up behind him.
He's kind of defeated.
Why there's
I'm
one
not
guy?
behind him, I'm beside
No,
him.
he's
Beside
beside
him?
him. And
Okay.
it's
I'm-
like a little
Okay,
square.
you're a little
Yeah.
square. Alright.
Could you please stop cowering behind me?
At least
I will
cower like a
stand
man.
behind you.
It's a slightly
man.
better. What's the wizard doing?
He's behind me.
Can I stand on your shoulders?
So we're. If you really want.
I want to do that.
I hope the door just slides open gently without a noise and revealing a room full of treasure. That's my hope.
You know,
Alright, I'm pulling
Ulrich,
it now. Do it. Click. From off in the distance you hear kshunk. You don't see anything different though.
I look down the hallway.
Still firing.
I look
The
up.
trapdoor open and shut?
Nothing. What trap? The
You
one
know,
in the
that
corridor,
goes
the
into
pit trap?
yeah.
No, that's still open. The sound actually came from the wall to the north, like somewhere behind in the rock.
Go to the north wall.
Alright lads, I have the most recoveries. I'm gonna run over to that wall.
North wall or the wall that was the switch was behind?
This is like the little room you're in. This is the wall that you can tell that there's something behind.
This
This is where Connor was shackled to.
That tends to happen.
So Grimsby told you that there's something over here, and the noise you heard came from up there.
Maybe there's a second switch over there.
Okay.
Norman friend, do you have a pickaxe?
Is there like a giant
I
frame
didn't
where
think to buy one.
the boulder came out? Because you saw one come down from
I figured my
somewhere in
hammer
this
would do
room.
most of
The
the
boulder
work.
popped out from here
Oh.
and rolled
From-
down that way.
Okay. Probably
Into
from
the pit
ceiling
trap.
right above it or something.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sure my friend Connor has a pickaxe on him.
Yeah, probably somewhere in his back.
See, he's a real dwarf.
You always bring pickaxes with your doors.
Meanwhile, Tom's on the other side of that firewall in the bathtub.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna get killed by crusaders.
Is he coming now? He's like, no, there's fire.
By the way,
The
I've never
corridor's
seen
full of fire.
Tom.
No.
He's not part of the job description.
So are you feeling on the north wall?
Yeah, I'm feeling this wall, I guess.
Sure.
Dwarves and
Cabin
people have
wall.
walls, am I right?
This one's hollow too.
Mm-hmm.
Can
I guess I
Sure. That one seems solid.
I guess I used my priest of the ancient tech gods to figure out how a mechanism would work to open a door.
Or we just ask Ulrich to
You
bust through
could
the
roll
wall
that
and
if
go,
you
oh yeah.
want to.
The
but I can
guy
tell
just said no more loud noises.
I can tell you based on your
Yeah, okay.
knowledge of the dragon thus far, if it has stone shaping magic, it probably doesn't have a mechanism to open it. It's probably just he shapes the stone out of the way.
Interesting.
Ah.
You might be able to do it magically or by just breaking the wall.
Alright,
I suggest we try magically first and then the loud option if it fails.
Yes.
I'm going to investigate the
No
dragon's
homebrew
front
wizardry.
claws. Investigate the dragon's front claws because that's what it probably uses for that sort of thing.
They look like claws.
He's holding
They've
a
got some
wand
dirt on
that
it.
shapes stone.
I take a dragon eye?
If you want to, yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Alright. Connor's gonna just look at you and go, really mad.
Desecration of corpses.
What did you take?
Dragon
No,
eye.
I'm the medical
What are you gonna
expert
do?
here. Leave it to me, lad.
Potential recipes.
I will point out that Connor Blackanvil is a priest of the dwarven god of like protecting the dead and stuff.
Oh.
So he's kind of like, he's like looking at you like, fuck's sake. Man.
It's a dragon!
Yeah, that's why he's not arguing with you about it, but he's still unhappy.
Hey, Regular, right, while you're in there, can you get me my tuning fork back? I want to see what you
I got
Well,
it.
you
I
can
got
take
it
it
last
right in there.
I went through the eye. I didn't go through the stomach or anything.
Come on, while you're in there anyway.
The tuning fork is in the dragon's throat.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm
And he went
reaching.
close enough to get to his eye.
Ulrich walks up behind you and
Yeah,
notes.
as you walk near it, you can feel yourself getting a bit short of breath. I mean, yeah, he can hold his breath long enough to take out an eye. He can breathe. It's just-
Ulrich would
there's
like
no
to
air.
know
There's no
this
oxygen,
sort
it's
of
just carbon
dragon
dioxide.
is poisonous, right?
Yes, it is. Roll me a dex check.
Oh,
-2 due
yeah.
to lack of air.
That'd be 8. Can I get thieving?
Sure.
12.
Alright.
Did I save or did I not?
Would you
Don't know.
people of flesh not touch the poisonous thing repeatedly?
No, I only did it once.
I can use my steampunk hand to reach down its throat
And I walk away.
and pull out the tuning fork.
If you want to.
It was really handy, wasn't it?
Do you really want to carry around a thing that depletes oxygen around it?
I'm assuming the magic's gonna run out at some point, though, as it usually does.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually.
But not anytime.
I'll
really
give it to
really soon.
Ulrich for now. He doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah,
No,
but
he'll just stand right next to you
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
yeah, but I like to make fires in myself. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's true.
That too.
That too.
I need air, but not for your reasons. I need fire.
Is there a way
The tuning fork will at least be useful
that
for
I
getting
can-
past the firewall.
like somehow magically trigger the device behind the north wall? If there
You
is
can
one.
ask our friend to do it again.
OJ.
If you ask Grimsby about it, he can go and look over there if you want.
Please do, Grimsby.
He'll pop back and he'll say, looks like a tunnel.
Okay. Also,
Wasn't there a minute ago.
do you? Okay, cool. That's a good thing. But also, do you know a way to maybe turn off the runes or get through here, this wall?
The runes, you probably got a password that turns them on and off.
What's dragon speak for? Oh.
Swordfish.
Ulrich, do you speak dragon language?
I speak the ancient languages. I actually don't know
So you
half
just try
things
it.
I say in common, just so you know.
No. It doesn't turn off.
Oh.
Can I roll ancient knowledge to get
I actually just rolled a save to see if that would work.
He's crazy. He could say something like that fast.
Grimsby, do
You can try ancient knowledge for like a bunch of old words for like off, shut down, turn off, things like that.
The usual.
Intelligence
suspects.
plus ancient knowledge. Like using languages a dragon
Try
might know.
password one as
Do you know
password.
a way to open this wall? Like, do you see anything that might?
Not that I can see.
So we'd have to break through.
Break through or magically open it.
Are you
Okay.
Okay.
13.
13?
I'm,
Yeah, the word shut off.
I need to.
No,
I need to
that's
get
demonic.
one of the dragon's
Okay,
You
claws.
just they flip
So,
around,
okay,
fire goes out.
the thing, the runes are shut off, so we can either go through the bath or we can go through the tunnel.
Okay,
that we
so
just
this is
made.
what happens. Ulrich just walks over and goes,
Says, is it safe now?
He says
Yes.
some ancient word none of you guys understand.
Tom,
And
yes.
they suddenly go, it's off.
Handy.
Tom, it's safe. Come on through. Watch out for
Yeah,
the
that's
pit.
why if you give me 10 minutes, I can possibly figure these things out.
Yay!
You hear
But no one asked
careful
Ulrich.
shuffling,
We didn't have
faster
time.
shuffling, then normal walking, and Tom comes around the corner, pokes his head around.
Did you jump over the pit?
Yeah?
Okay. I'm here.
He's good at jumping, hiding, and climbing.
Get me my bone. Get my bone saw.
Oh, alright, takes it out of a pack, hands it to you.
You know, one of the dragon's claws.
Acid
Dragon
blood,
bones are a
acid
lot
blood.
stronger than normal bones, I might
I
add.
think he's taking one of the claws off.
Oh.
They're sturdy, but I mean, it's like a hacksaw.
Like field surgery saw.
It'll take him a while, but he can get his stupid dragon claw.
Acid blood.
Seriously, you guys need to get whatever you want from there soon enough, and then we're turning that back on.
No, there's a reason why I got this.
Yeah.
Basically,
The dragon claw's about this big, by the way.
yeah. I'm not going to be taking it with me. I'm just bringing it to this wall right over here.
Oh, is it like?
And I'm going
I
to
see.
tap it on there.
No, I'm
See if
going to
anything
hold
else
it
happens
onto it
before
with
doing
my
anything special.
non-fleshy hand, and you're going to tell me where to put it.
Alright.
Because,
Take
Poison.
the claw and tap it on the wall.
alrighty.
Can
Wait.
do it with magic somehow.
Ulrich knows that
Hoisted under.
the blood of the green dragons would probably be poisonous, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Did he tell us that earlier?
Yep.
Yep.
So it's dripping all over Perry right now.
Do I have any
No,
of
it's
my
a
hands?
claw. It's
Oh.
like taking a finger and a clip.
Do I
Like,
have this on all
bleed.
any of my hands? Do I have it on my hands?
Not that you can
Did
tell.
Did you crush the eye in any way?
No.
Good then. Eyeballs usually don't randomly leak blood.
Depends.
Usually.
You have to cut them
And
out.
you have to cut off the optic nerves.
The eye
and
itself doesn't.
The blood
Yeah.
vessels
What
surrounding
it said it does.
I
Yeah.
did a calling mob. You know, just
So,
Hey, I'm the one who's calling Ma around
So
here.
does anything happen when we press the claw to the wall?
Nothing immediately seems to happen, but you think this might work. You might have to actually channel some power, like arcane power through it, though. It would probably
I
be
come
pretty easy.
up behind the
With
dog,
the eye.
and I see him trying to come with that thing. I go, shut up, and then I go, all right. I just tap my hand on it and just channel some power.
Huh?
Do you want me to do random
No,
power?
there's no roll.
I really need to brush it on my
You can see as you're sort of focusing some power into it, the claw goes, and sinks into the stone a bit. And you can sort of lift it up and move it, and it leaves like sort of
Oh, okay.
a hole trace
Yep.
back in.
I cut out a door.
All of you working together can sort of maneuver this big. It's like the size of a keg, basically.
Mhm.
You can sort of. Doc can actually do it himself. He's well experienced in moving kegs.
Yeah.
It's all that army training.
You work in army training.
You manage to get it open, and the big panel of rock falls down, and it reveals a little cavern hidden away behind it.
Treasure.
Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here. You wanna head inside?
Please let me go first in case a trap goes off for fleshy things.
Yes, please.
How many recoveries do you have, lad?
2.
That's fine.
That's fine. We've got it up now.
Meaning 128 hit points total.
You'll do.
Roll
You'll be
me a
fine.
wisdom check for spot stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
Not too bad.
So 13.
Alright. You don't see anything untoward. You see what looks like a tripwire, sort of just behind the line there. You step over that. You
Do
gonna
you
head
tell us
inside?
that it's...
Laddie, how about you let the professional handle this?
And he walks in and trips the tripwire.
I would like to leave the room if the dwarf is going to have another dwarf fail. I've checked them off so far.
Nice.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna do a much more thorough check with adding war veteran and my wisdom.
Sure.
Immediately the fire activates because you're made of flesh.
Ah, cripes.
You
I
just
rolled a
scratches
2.
on your armor somewhere.
Let me
Like,
check that off.
You don't actually notice the tripwire, but Ulrich points it out to you helpfully.
Yeah, so that's 13 actually.
You're about to step on yeah, that's a tripwire. You're like,
Okay, you notice the tripwire then.
after it's been
Would you like to step over the tripwire or cut the tripwire?
What do you mean cut the tripwire?
Like carefully
Literally
cut
snip it in half.
Yeah. Like as with a claymore, you would just go, and it's like, okay, not gonna go off now.
Alrighty.
Cutting it may disarm the trap or may set it off, depending on how it's rigged.
If it's
Alright,
spring-loaded
laddies,
trap.
everyone back to the wall.
You could also just step over it.
Let's
Yeah,
not just
step
step
over
over it.
Alrighty.
We've all seen it.
And living. Yeah,
The DC, by the way, to spot the real trap was 15. That's a fake tripwire.
Ew.
Oh, fun. Alright. As you step over the tripwire and step onto the floor beyond it, a panel of the floor goes and flips up and launches you flying across the cavern like a catapult and slamming into the opposite wall.
I don't actually laugh because I know what that feels like.
Alright, you take 8 points of damage.
You see, laddie, now if that was you, I'd have to do some repair work.
Does it go back onto the floor? Does it
Drink
just
your
float
emergency
back?
It
ale.
goes, winches back down and goes click into the floor. It resets itself.
I walk to the door and look for where he stepped exactly to see how he set it off.
It looks like stepping on any part of the actual panel that makes up the little catapult trap will set it off.
Do I see any? Well,
Can I
now knowing that the
prestidigitize
thing went like
to,
this,
right
are there
color?
any items in there anymore?
You can mark it easily.
Are there any items in there anymore?
Yeah, you can see stuff in there.
What kind of
You
stuff?
can see a bunch of big bulky shapes. It's still dark in there though.
Light.
You want to throw some like dancing lights and
That's
stuff?
true.
Right, back there.
Boulders.
They're actually
boulders.
They're actually. It doesn't launch boulders. It's light sensitive. It just fires hail of crossbow bolts in your face. No. Back there, you can actually see a bunch of what look like statues and several paintings leaning up against a wall, as well as an easel with one that looks half done on it.
The guy
Okay.
did say the dragon was painting in here all
Yep.
the time.
Alright, that's it, our room. Going to the north wall.
I will say that looking at those paintings and statues, they're really, really nice.
Are the statues like eerily lifelike, or are they just like pretty darn good?
One of
They're
them.
very lifelike, but you don't detect any like magic or signs that they were formerly people.
Here's the
These
issue,
statues
guys.
are all Trogdor.
Here's the issue, guys. First of all, I don't want to bother deactivating the trap. I just want to get out of here.
Your upbringing in a rich family, and actually yours as well as a merchant prince, those would be worth a lot.
I know.
They're really nice.
I just don't want to go through the effort.
How big are the statues?
I also might
Statues,
add,
they're like the size of people. They're mostly life size.
if
Yeah,
we're
we
leaving
just
through
take
the
that
water, that would ruin
I'm going to
the
give you guys some
paintings.
tips. First of all, with the painting, cut it out, because that's how you steal a painting. Second of all, let's get the fuck out of here. I don't want to deal with these goddamn crusaders.
Thirdly, we're going through water that's going to ruin the paintings.
That is also true. So let's just get out of here.
Question. Are there
Ulrich
any
oddly
paintings
knows
of the Great
a
Old
lot
Worm in
of
there by
common
chance?
sense.
There's one
Oh, shit.
of him like lying on his back like in a gutter surrounded by empty bottles. It's not a flattering image,
Okay.
although it is very well done.
I'm very tempted to go in there and cut it
You
off.
guys. Sorry, what's the painting? Who's the painting of?
The Great Gold Worm, which
Ah.
is the gold dragon that's actually nice.
Let's go over to this wall and see
Yeah,
what's
so
on
I say, hey Doc, can you bring the thing over to this wall?
Alrighty.
The old keg scratch.
And I ask, Grimley?
Grimsby?
Grimsby, where exactly is the tunnel in relation to this wall?
I think you can point it out pretty easily.
Yep.
It starts just back here.
Alright, and then I asked him to help guide our new rock cutter.
Okay. You can cut a hole into it.
Can I try and put the fire back on?
If you want to, yeah.
Do I have to go for them?
No, you know,
Okay.
You've
I don't
worked,
want
like-
someone sneaking up on us.
like
Yeah,
with
yeah,
a
do
bit
it.
of work, you'd worked out what language it was, and it's the same one to turn it on.
Wait,
You
wait,
just
wait,
try
wait, wait,
variations of on.
By the way, we're leaving the horse behind by doing this. Just so you know.
Why?
Very
Oh, the
nice.
one horse?
That is if that really is.
I brought a horse.
If it's an exit.
I'm really over the whole horse thing.
Yeah, it's
It was
alright.
bad.
Yeah. Before you do, I run to the
That's
other
a
room
bit
and I
cruel.
see if I can grab like a poster
It is
where you
tied
can
up,
like
guys.
watertight that I can like stick a couple of canvases in, or you can
Guys,
just one.
that's a
You
little
probably
bit...
have. You probably have one or
What am I gonna do? Susan doesn't know how to survive on her own.
It is worth noting you did leave the horse tied to something.
Yeah, no, the horse is tied up, and there's owl bears around here.
It's dead.
Not necessarily dead.
Not right now, it's
Well,
not.
personal
It
travel.
will die if you don't set it
It's
free.
dead.
You guys are gonna
It
get
could-
haunted by a ghost of a horse.
Yeah.
Actual real life?
How
or
wide is
in-game?
the trap
In-game.
panel? Does
Oh,
it
never
seem
mind.
possible for me to jump over
No,
and
I
get
eat
into
animals, they're delicious.
The panel there, it's about. It's basically like
Awesome.
10 feet on the side. You can jump over it with a bit of work.
Let's try that.
You could also just set it off and then jam something in it so that it wouldn't reset.
That would be the smartest suggestion. Can I borrow someone's sword?
Here, take the giant switchblade.
Awesome.
I knew it would come to use.
A switch comb.
I knew it would be useful for something minor.
Yeah, I would like to do that. Go in there and destroy a painting.
For some reason I snap my fingers
Not
3
destroying,
times and I take it
just-
out.
You go up to the frame and you just...
Well, she wants to destroy the one that shows
Destroy
the
the
Great Gold
one.
Worm is a worthless drunk.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then take one.
Alright. Take one.
No, no.
Well, yeah.
Give it a scandalous review, then destroy it.
We're just gonna destroy
Grimsby,
it.
the silt sprite, pops up in the little room next to there, looking at the statue, goes, "Man, these are really nice."
You can take them.
What are the statues of?
They're mostly of various figures. They seem to be mostly of people. Some of them are human, dwarves, things
Alistair
like that.
randomly.
Just because, yeah.
He was modeling.
He gets around a lot.
You don't have to pay him to model, he'll just do it.
He just shows up when they go.
Also, he shows up naked even if you
Yeah.
very politely ask him not to.
Wait, who was that?
Alistair.
Oh, right, vampire. Lord. Yeah, I see.
There's also one of another green dragon. This one looks a lot more slender, though.
Go ahead and take it. All of it if you want.
No. Hold on, I have an idea.
The statues? We're not taking statues with us. Take the paintings.
I have an idea for the statues.
No.
Take what you want, and when you're all done,
Alright,
just
Doc.
give me a moment.
Doc, let's
I want to launch one of these statues. It'll look awesome.
Hey, Doc, can
Why
you
don't
open
we
the door?
just leave the stuff in the room
Doc,
and
can
come
we-
back
can we
with
open the
like
door?
excavate, like a team of
Doc, can we
excavators,
open
so
the
we
door?
can like sell most of
Doc,
these.
can we open the door?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway.
Open the door.
Yes,
Yeah, it's open.
Yes,
Alright,
It leads into a dark hallway.
How far does it go?
Out of sight.
Who is the sneakiest among us?
Seems to be angling up.
Probably you.
Probably you.
It's very wide.
This is what happens when you don't have a rogue in the party.
Alright.
Why isn't the bard
Sort of a
sneaky?
rogue.
Cause
Primary
I'm not
charisma
sure.
with no dex backup.
yeah.
Dex is their secondary. Or possibly their primary, depending on what kind of bard you make.
Oh.
If you're a melee bard, Dex is your first ability score.
What is your dex?
7.
Ugh.
You shouldn't be able to have a Dex that low.
Right.
Your Dex is 18.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the modifier.
Your
was-
modifier plus level is 7.
Oh,
Oh, jeez, okay.
Dex is one of your highest stats.
There you go.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
you really confused me there for some like.
It is tied with her charisma for highest.
Okay, there you go. I would say either you or I should sneak up that hallway to check if there's crusaders waiting on the other side.
Okay, I can totally do that.
Go ahead and steal your paintings. Do what you will.
Yeah.
Then-
just give me a minute or two. Let's like
Give me-
stamp on it.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so I did that, and
How many paintings would you like to try and take? Each one is about. They're quite big.
they're
so
quite
set
big.
on
I'm
large
trying to just
canvases.
roll, like
I've
just take it
got a
off
lot
of
of
the frame.
rolled up. They're about
Rolled up.
that big. They're
They're like a rug.
they're a little bit bigger than like a quiver of arrows.
Hmm.
They're like almost the size of a golf bag.
Yeah. I'd roll
You could
up.
probably carry one or
Probably.
two.
Yeah, I'll try to take one. I don't want to.
How many paintings are there?
Now,
There's
yes.
many.
Now, I would like to say the Ulrich Self Storage Company is open for storage
Would you like to
and
take
funds.
Take the one
That's
out.
true.
We have waterproof seals.
The Alistair's a statue, though. I think.
I'm gonna say there is a statue of someone who looks like a very svelte young man who's buck naked and reclining in a chair. None of you actually recognize him though.
I see
He
that.
does have pointy teeth.
I see that, and a voice comes to my head saying, "Oh yeah, that guy."
Doesn't describe it. All it says is,
It's just-
oh yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah, I remember that summer.
Yeah. I go, all right, that means something.
And I'm just like, what's with all the debauchery that's like around the figure?
There's just a bunch of other naked people lying around the floor around it.
None of them look very alive.
No, bad taste, man. I don't think that's gonna
He,
stand out.
he actually brought them along to the modeling sessions.
For those who know that thing, it has quite a bit of value,
In your
I would
cult.
say. But it's not a cult.
There you go.
Well, I mean, it's kind of become a cult, but whatever.
The Church of Azazel considers that figure heretical.
The other people.
There are a number of lonely housewives who are fond of his books.
He has a fan base.
He's being into it at that base.
If nothing else, he's a handsome man.
It's like 50 Shades of Grey.
You totally
Way
were.
worse, but
Having grown up in
the writing,
temple where-
the writing skill is superior, but
Obviously.
the content is much worse.
Yes. Far more debaucherous.
Having grown up in the temple where people bring nice things for, for signatures and signings and blessings by the gods and things like that, do I recognize any that would be a particularly easy and good resale value?
Well, I'd assume all of them have good resale value, seeing as the artist is now dead.
This is true.
This is true.
All the prices of those things just went through the roof, man. Previously it was like, 5 copper maybe. You can see a few of them that look very, very nice. One of them in particular is a portrait of a very slender looking green dragon, which is sort of twined around a tree,
Why is that so
upside down.
Are there like several artworks of the same slender?
If it helps,
Dragon?
there's a number of them.
Hmm.
It looks like a female dragon.
That sounds so.
They don't appear to be
familiar.
the same figure though.
Oh, I was gonna say, is there like a name
It's
written
the
underneath?
equivalent of an artist drawing naked ladies in a
Yeah.
sketch
Okay.
book.
See, I was gonna ask if there was like a name where it's
Yeah.
like scroll underneath, like Rose or something. Nah.
Nah.
I should point out that the statue of the green dragon is her twined upside down around the tree like a pole.
A couple legs sticking out.
21 ancient knowledge to see if I recognize any of these figures.
Any figures in the statues? Nearly all of them are figures of famous heroes,
Hmm.
all of whom went missing.
Ah, interesting.
I
If you know the
assume
I
names-
tell each of you their bios.
Yeah,
There's the stat sheet, and
I'm actually totally interested.
Sneak
Like,
up the hall.
this is Grumnir the Fearful, and this is.
There's Robert Fellew, who was a famous paladin.
Get out.
You know.
Those statues?
Gromar Thundershield, who was a dwarven battle cleric who led an army.
Are
All of them disappeared somewhere in the vicinity of Bitterwood,
are
which is where you are right now.
are all of them? Did all of them pass for not detecting any magic residue?
The statues?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because what I want to do is detect petrification.
They're not petrified people. You can detect that without too much effort.
I tell you all a quick summary of
Sneak
who
up
these
the
people are.
hallway. Look.
Yeah.
All of the
Crusaders.
statues look to be fearful.
I take like a neutral looking landscape, but there's one.
There's a partially made one
pictures.
of a dwarf with a gag, and you start.
Actually, if there's a self-portrait, I would love a self-portrait.
There aren't any selfies still.
Are there any?
There's one, but it's got duck face.
Are there any paintings of sunflowers?
There's paintings of flowers.
Sure.
There's no random Van Gogh reference, though.
There appears to be a very early scribble. It looks like a younger. What was the dragon's name again?
Ahrankorrahz.
A younger Ahrankorrahz, except it's a lot blacker, and it appears he has dyed his spines.
Dyed his scales.
He dyed his spines black and purple. And they're all down here,
They're all swept forward over one eye.
yeah. It appears to be his teenage.
That's the only painting that's facing the wall.
Yeah.
He just can't bring
I
himself.
will take
to
one of
this
the
story.
paintings of the nice lady chick dragons and hold it up and put it in a
You want me to
my
store
leather
that
bag.
for
Oh,
you?
yes. I'll put it in my leather bag and I'll put it in your compartment. Okay, sneak down
Listen,
the hall.
I don't
keep
take
your,
luggage, thank
yeah.
you very much.
Well,
I
you
mean,
guys
if there's one of
keep
Azazel,
your-
I'm gonna take that for sure, but they're probably not.
None that you recognize.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so I go down the hallway.
So you all done here?
I think so.
Yes.
We took all the paintings,
There were
right?
also those 2 books you found that were registered as being magical.
Mm-hmm. Or they in the art room.
The tomes for the Archmage.
Mm-hmm.
There were a bunch of those, but there were 2 books that weren't part of that collection that were magical.
I
Oh,
chose Star
wait,
Space.
is
Thank
that-
you very much.
I
The ones you found.
would definitely be interested in seeing those.
There was something, I can't remember what it was. It was for.
For the low price of $9.99, Olwick Self-Storage will store your magical items for you.
Per month.
Elodie, go down the hall.
Yes. Should I be rolling anything? Because all I'm doing
I
is just
turn
being
off the
quiet
flame
and
screen,
listening,
go down
right?
the
I'm
hall.
super good at that, but I'm not good at sensing
Stealth check.
tripwires and things like that.
Stealth check.
Pressure levers and things like that. So any traps, I'll probably set off. But if I'm just being quiet and going down to see if the people are coming and just being sneaky.
Heading down, you drop your foot on something like a panel which sinks into the floor, and you're like, oh crap!
Oh crap!
But then nothing happens.
No sounds? No sounds from the...
No sound. Like you definitely stepped on a pressure panel, but it didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything.
Do we see the door close?
Walking further along, you find what looks like a big cone made of metal almost, like it's spines of metal that go down in sort of a cone shape with a couple of loops going around it. Almost like a sort of pointed cage. It's open at the far end, and the tip of all the spines at the end is razor sharp.
Oh.
And you can
And it's
figure
a fairly large object.
it's like spring steel basically filling the hallway, closing it off. And you realize after a minute what this is for.
It's
As
a
you go to
grill.
walk onto it, it stretches down, opening.
Oh.
It looks like it's like a one-way door. If you walk through it this way, it'll open, you can go through, but you try to go through the other way, it's just a wall of spikes.
Interesting.
You would guess this is meant to be an escape tunnel of some kind.
No sounds at all from the Crusaders.
You can hear the sound of like water dripping from somewhere up ahead, but that's it.
There's something I've been wanting to do here once everyone has finished their business. So I want to go to a
Oh, I'm
wall
totally done with the bathroom already. to be honest.
and get a drawing utensil,
Mhm.
and I'm going to draw a door.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Put some runes on there, and put right, and then I'm done. That's for later.
Did you paint it orange or blue?
Now, is this an attempt to create one half of a portal?
Yes.
Or is this an attempt to Looney Tunes someone into wasting 6 hours trying to open it?
Either or.
Roll me a check if you're actually trying to install half of a portal.
Okay.
That's pretty nifty.
-2 to your intelligence check, because this is actually very difficult to do.
No, this is a random question. What's the difference between Enspell and Ensorcel? Because I've heard it in different ways.
No difference.
Crit.
Okay,
Oh wow.
Nice. Right,
You immediately get sucked into the
You're
void.
pretty sure that's ready and waiting.
Okay.
Ooh.
Now, let's try to seal up this part here.
Well, now the Keymaster.
Well, if we like incinerate.
Oh, I tried to seal up
to
this
present
wall.
company. Yeah.
Try to seal up this, this wall that we opened up.
Keymaster or Game Master?
You can ask the dwarf.
Oh, really quick. Was it a living creature that stepped on it, or was it anything that put pressure onto the plate?
The plate in the Argon?
Yeah.
Looked like anything that put pressure on it.
Okay, so
Although she's jammed it now.
Like roll
Down one extra blade.
Yeah.
so it's jammed in the down position.
I
Yeah.
actually should have
Assuming-
it.
yeah,
I'm sure
okay.
you can remove it once we're leaving the room.
You could reset it if you want.
Yeah, and take your.
I mean, I'd like to jam it in the up position. If you
why?
want.
See what else
Then
is down there?
it would seal the room as.
Assuming the door pushes.
Well, they want to probably seal it to the point where it doesn't
Doors.
look like as if there's just just plain old wall like it was before.
Yeah.
It's gonna be well, okay. Here's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to take the piece that we cut out.
Mm-hmm.
How about
And
I
shove
just
it back
leave
in
the
there?
fire on?
We could just leave the fire on.
We just leave the fire on. That would be.
I think that's
And the pit.
sufficient.
Yeah.
And the pit.
And the pit.
Yeah.
Alakazam.
I think that's fine. So I'm assuming LED would come back eventually and tell us. Right? There's like a spring.
There's like a one-way spring.
Yeah, I
thing.
stepped on something, guys. Sorry, I don't.
Okay.
Not surprised.
Like if you wanna like okay
Didn't hear
wait. So do you guys want to take this route or do you guys want to
Take the drill.
go to the bathroom so we can get the horse?
this route.
I'm happy we're going out this way, actually.
Okay.
We can always go back if we get lost, I suppose, with his new portal thingy.
All right.
You don't know
Fancy pants
support.
portal.
So
Hey, do we
let's
have
get
all
out here.
our speaking stones left? Because we can leave one in
I
here.
know at least 2 members of the party threw theirs away.
I threw mine away. He threw his
What?
away.
Well, they were
Guys!
Harry made, and he didn't botch it.
Ah. Pull mine out. Does it listen as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
They
we
do
can
nothing.
leave it in
They do nothing but transmit sounds
Yeah.
between.
We can leave
They're
it
like
in the.
walkie-talkies that are always on.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I can leave it in the art room so we can at least like see if anybody.
So
made
people
it in
can
there.
always be spying on what we're doing?
Whoever made it in there.
I
The
can
next
try
person
to
who shows
turn
up,
off
hey,
the part
cool.
where it emits sound.
Yes. Listen only.
Yeah, I can set it to listen only.
To one way.
Sure.
Make it a.
But give that a roll there.
Wait.
I'm gonna put it down first.
Oh, I know,
Get
you're
that
far
from
away.
there. Yeah.
I
I'm gonna
remember
back
your
up
policy
from
on any time Perry says, let me try something.
away. Still stands.
I'm going to assume that's your default policy, shield
Yeah,
up.
that's pretty much. Yeah, I stepped away from it for a little while.
Plus intelligence?
Yep.
Alright, so it is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22.
Alright. Works fine.
Okay, now I want to make sure this is non-reversible, so they can't just turn it back on.
Well, as soon as we hear anything from our end, we turn ours off.
You got like over 20, right?
Yeah, I think you got
Yeah,
22.
22.
Yeah. I'll say yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure it's really hard. You can't make it irreversible, because you can't make something impossible to do.
Yeah.
But you're pretty
It's
sure it'll be
pretty
quite
hard.
hard.
Hey, I have a question. Can we break off the tip of the dragon claw?
Just use the tip instead
Just
of the
use the
whole
tip,
gigantic.
yeah.
Just the tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
I was really hoping that joke wouldn't happen.
I didn't want that to happen.
Hey, you got any phone?
I'm going to write in my inventory tip of a dragon claw.
Tip of
No,
dragon.
just write just the tip on it.
And then I would like to ask to borrow for a quick second just to see if it still works.
That's the mission.
The tip of the dragon claw.
Try and poke it into the wall?
Yeah.
It looks like it sort of works, but it looks like also that it only works on these little things that he shaped before.
Okay.
I would just like to state Ulrich is not associated with the terrible humor of this party.
He has his own unique brand of humor. Most of it involves heartbreaking.
He also smacks people for bad puns.
You're a heartbreaker.
He has to he has to be personal with a punch.
He's the paragon of personal.
Yeah, dark personal. That's his new god.
I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
The pun.
Percival was the god of puns that I made up.
Yeah.
He exists as a
Alright.
joke.
So we're leaving?
Yeah, apparently.
Alright, cool.
Is he gonna have it that way though?
We're taking those magic books though, right?
Yeah, I have.
I would assume so.
I don't care.
I can't remember
And
what
only 2 of you stole a painting?
Yeah, I stashed mine in
Looted a painting at least?
Well, I destroyed one and we each took one.
We're reclaiming these for a museum, thank you very much.
Yeah.
In fact, reclaim something from its original owner.
In fact, that's actually what I'll do.
This belongs in a museum!
Yeah.
And then
do you.
It will belong to a museum for a price. Not a significant price, but a price.
Oh, I have an idea. I'm going to go back to the dragon, get its back claw. Alright, and take that and tap it on the wall, channel the arcane power to see if it'll close it.
Nope.
Darn.
We cut out a hole. It doesn't just magically fill.
Yeah, it used to.
You need dragon powers for that.
Yeah.
You need actual spells for that.
Actual spells. Strat.
But
Okay.
you know, he asked me if I can do that. I go, no, because that's not how magic works. We just cut it out.
He really didn't take those courses seriously.
Conservation of mass, man.
Alright, let's.
Even Ulrich knows
Get
of
out of
such
here.
things.
That's a recent discovery.
I took on my course, damn it.
Took that course of physics, making me the deadliest thing in any fantasy RPG.
Phasing, this is impossible.
And yet it's still happening right in front of us.
I studied physics in school, so before I became a mage, I studied kinetomancy, which is the magic of force, because that actually gives you every power. Oh, you want heat? I just rub these 2 things together really fast and make heat. Anyway, you guys all heading down that hallway then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, it carries on for quite a good long ways. It basically keeps going up and 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 up. Eventually it joins, you find another one of those sort of smoothed over walls, which you can sort of punch your way through with the claw again. It opens into what looks like those limestone caverns you were traveling through before. You don't recognize this particular area, but you're pretty sure you could probably find a way out of here.
I would like to stop
Crap.
for a moment and simply state, no yelling, no thunder magic, no screwing up. We continue.
No kicking the deposits of poison gas.
I muttered to
No
myself.
poking the venomous rats.
I muttered to myself, crap. Because I don't like where this might lead. Hopefully it'll be away from the Crusaders. Maybe it won't be.
I just,
Hold on to hope.
you know, I just
It's the most
love
precious of gifts.
how Trevor reacts to what these people say.
Just rolling my eyes. Yeah, sure. That's gonna not lead to the Crusaders. No, not at all.
I just kind of whispered.
I would like just to say we didn't take any loot really like gold or anything.
You took 2 valuable paintings, but
I do not have those in my possession.
this is true.
You do. You have one of
But
them.
do I have that? I'm just gonna say I have that.
No, I don't think he's carrying it for you.
Oh.
I'm gonna say I
I
have it strapped
offered
to my
you
back.
this.
Like it's kind of like basically like a quiver.
Yeah, it looks like a golf bag. Basically.
Alright, cool.
As you trudge your way through the caverns a ways, then. Alright, so
I would like to be in the front, please.
walking your way through these old abandoned caverns with the. It's very hard to walk quite quietly through here without just the echoes of you sloshing through the water going everywhere. But
you act like I ever walk quietly.
yeah, I know. Eventually, you do come to a place you recognize. It's an area where there's like an open basin, but all the water's been drained out of it, and there's a hole in the wall off to the side. It looks like that was the part you broke through and slid down into the trash area.
Then that means this goes
Okay,
right
guys,
back to
can we
the
go through
Crusaders.
again and get to the bathroom?
Yeah, let's go back.
You'll go into the wall of spikes that way.
No. Through the hole we fell through, into the poo hole,
I'm not going there.
Bathe again.
up again to the bath.
Or how about you just make the other half of that portal, we go
Yeah,
through that,
why not
and
go do
go
that?
through the tunnel.
Let's do the portal. I like that idea.
We have precious ancient tomes.
The greatest use of a portal ever.
I was going to use that to get
I
the
made it
statues.
go 20 yards.
Okay, you know what? Let's just fight the goddamn Crusaders.
You don't have to fight the. Just talk. Try and converse for once, damn it.
Probably not gonna work. Did you see what those guys did to the owlbears out there?
They're owl bears.
All right, you know what? We'll try it that way. Like we'll see if it happens that way. But I'm gonna bet you it's not.
Or we just all like just roll out our bedrolls and we just like try to sleep here. If they come in, then we'll fight. If they don't come in, we'll be all rested for the fight.
So you possibly were.
So you want to be asleep when they show up?
One of us doesn't sleep.
I'd like to
That
mention,
you know of.
any of you guys wear armor.
Nope.
I do.
Most people don't sleep in armor. You also don't sleep ready with your weapon ready and fully alert.
I don't
for
need
battle.
weapons. Which is kind of why I'm glad I didn't get the wand.
Well,
I never sleep in a dragon's cave. That's one of my things I don't do.
Yeah.
fine, we'll get out here, we'll fight them. Fine.
Again,
We just leave.
Doc.
Fine.
We just leave.
From what you know of Crusaders, if they came here looking for loot, they'll probably kill you just so that you don't tell anyone else where it is.
Yeah.
Can we please use that portal?
Oh, you're just hoping it's reusable.
Hold on a
He
second.
crit on it.
If you make
Listen,
a portal and we go
That
back
half
into
of it works fine.
No, hold on. If you do the other half of the portal and we go into the art room, can you cancel both?
And
So nobody
remake.
coming after us. And that would be moot, right?
You can shut it off.
You shut it
You
off.
can destroy the one on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
At the
Then
very
where does
least,
that one lead? Into the poo?
no, it leads nowhere.
No, it just doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it just becomes a wall.
It
again.
could later be attuned again. But
but then he also does have one half a portal.
you open the
inside
blue
his cave.
portal here, you open the orange one
portal
there.
there, yeah.
You just collapse the blue one, you can put
Yeah,
another blue one
there.
somewhere.
Come on, guys.
No, you're thinking.
Start thinking with portals.
It's up to you. Like, okay, you know, it's the decision's up to you. Do you want to go through the Crusader or do you want to go the easier way?
I do not want to waste a precious, perfectly working
I wish to
portal.
point out, going through the way he went is not easier.
Mm-hmm.
You could very easily die doing that. It's literally a metal pipe full of fast-moving water.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know where it washes to.
No.
I don't breathe.
He climbed down it really carefully over a matter of several hours.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's just. Okay,
Like, I just don't want you to get in your head that way's perfectly safe somehow.
No.
let's just leave.
How about we just say we're all going to join the Crusaders and not?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go.
They might send you on a quest, though.
Let's get out of here.
And we just don't do the quest in the end.
Yes,
Then again, there are GM ways to make you do a quest anyways, so that's beside the point.
You were teleported to the quest location.
what? More along the lines of like the gas spell he got hit with.
Yep. By the way, Perry, you're my best friend of all time. Not at all.
You're so
By
good
the-
at casting
By
spells.
the way, Perry, have I mentioned today that you are awesome? Ah, damn it!
Every time I compliment someone, I spit up blood from some sense.
Speaking of which,
Also, you cast spells great.
now that I remembered about that chaos, I'm gonna pick up the scroll and go, is there any way you can turn off that chaos? I don't think he's gonna do anything.
I don't think that's wise, lad.
I tried.
Don't worry.
Tell you what, once I'm safe in Forge, I'll
Yeah.
turn it off.
Okay.
I was gonna say, as long as the letter's with us, he's not gonna turn it off.
Okay.
It's not my intention to cripple him.
Ulrich usually will sense that he just intently stares at you. Not menacingly, he just stares at you.
Almost calculating expression.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Alright, so we're going out through the Crusaders.
right
I'm
in
gonna
his
hang
face
back
now.
and try to take them by surprise if it comes to a fight.
Yeah, we say
My
you
God,
should because
you pissed
that
away an
they
hour.
wouldn't know that you are actually with us.
Yeah.
So let's choose something to do and not spend lots
So
of time
we-
arguing.
Alright, let's go out there.
Instead
We're
of
going to
carrying
go
the painting
through
on my back, I'm
Lady
gonna
Linton,
hold it,
apparently.
knowing that we're
Okay.
gonna confront the Crusaders.
Well, why don't we just leave it, put it down on the fall, and if we survive,
No,
the Crusaders
I'm just gonna
come back
hold
and
it
get
and-
As you keep walking, you eventually get to the area
Perfect.
where you're pretty sure you're approaching the entrance soon, and you can hear people in armor moving around somewhere in the entranceway. Would you like to sneak up or walk up or what?
These guys are gonna sneak up, I'm just gonna hang back.
I am not
Ulrich
gonna
does not
sneak up.
sneak.
We are not gonna sneak up.
Oh wait, before we do that. Alright guys, if you run into trouble, the password is, come and help me.
I will
The
stand
code word
in
is,
front
for the
because I
love
will-
of God, save me.
Can we just make it go? Ah, that's a signal.
Again, I
Alright,
will.
Yeah, sure.
It's
The SOS call is...
me.
Ah.
It's me. It's me.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Again, I will
Kiss
take
me.
the lead because I look somewhat Crusader-esque.
Sure. Right, as you waltz your way out into the main entrance hall, bold as brass, you can see the number of the Crusader types are hanging around. They've built a little rough barricade in front of the front entrance to the cave complex leading outside. It looks like they're fortifying against potential future owlbear attacks. There's a couple of them who spot you coming up and they go, oh, that was fast.
Don't worry, I have a flask of dragon blood to prove that I killed the dragon.
Oh, you killed it then. Nice going.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a badass. Yeah.
With this quest,
Did you get the hoard?
The what?
Hoard. The loot. Treasure. Gold. Gems.
we
Stuff
found
like that.
anything.
We found some statues and some paintings. Oh, and there was a big table of miscellaneous items.
What kind of items?
Like, there were some books, and there was a container that he messed with and exploded.
I did not explode that, sir.
Oh, was that him?
Yes, it was him.
Oh, you humans.
Just for
could
history's
you-
sake, he got himself blinded by something.
I wasn't in the room at the time. I heard explosion and magic.
But you should not assume me.
Yes. You scoured yourself with steel wool. You blinded yourself with a flashbang. You fell in a pit of acid. You also fell in a pit of acid and blew something up in your face, and you hid in the bathroom.
Yep.
That was it.
To
And
be
then
fair,
there
it was
was
not the
this-
first time I blew up.
Big hallway of fiery death. That was hard to get through. Yeah.
It looks like when you're telling him there's no hoard of treasure or anything, he doesn't believe you. Like he's scowling at you.
We found this painting. Here you go.
We're not looking for paintings, we're looking for money.
I'm telling you, we didn't find any money.
He draws his sword.
Okay, how about this?
The other ones are sort of forming up.
If you want, you can search us completely and look for treasure if you want.
Well, if you're going to come up here with a story about how you didn't find anything, I'm guessing you hid it in the cavern somewhere back there.
If we hid it in the cavern back there somewhere, you can search the cavern and find it. We would like to never see this place again.
You know, that's not what you say when people draw swords on you. That's asking to be stabbed and you'll never see the place again.
You guys are going to be rolling initiative.
Man, these guys are stupid. Okay.
We just killed a dragon. For God's sake.
Means you're probably tired.
Do you have a tuning fork?
They assume
No.
correctly. Not bad.
We're old poop.
17.
I assume I'm automatically last in the position.
You may not be.
What?
Don't be so pessimistic.
Well, because I'm all the way back down in the.
That doesn't mean you have last initiative.
Can I
Okay.
talk overtly loud and go, alright, if you want to fight, we'll fight.
Why are you talking loudly like that?
To alert him.
Like, I pay attention to the dwarf.
I got 15.
By the way, is
I
Connor
got
is Connor with him as well? I'm assuming Connor's with him.
Yeah, Connor's with me too.
16.
You want to fight?
Why can we never be diplomatic? I don't get it.
It's the
We
Crusaders. They're just.
We tried.
First
It's
with
just
bandits we
particular-
can't be diplomatic, then with mass murderers we can't be diplomatic.
We're diplomatic with that orc.
Well, that's orcish diplomacy. That's
We can try diplomacy with my dwarven kin when we reach Anvil.
Yeah, I'm sure he's stoked about that idea. Diplomacy means stab, right?
In this
As far as
case,
he
yes.
understands.
With the Crusaders.
Why couldn't you just roll like an insight check or something? I don't get it.
Oh, he's just inclined to
No,
not
there's no
believe.
check. He just doesn't believe that.
He just doesn't believe at all.
Was there any gold?
Yes.
Of course there was. We just didn't
See,
find
here's
it.
the thing: the dragon stone shapes and burrows.
So he could be
It's
just
buried.
anywhere. Yeah. He doesn't need a dedicated room. He just
Meh.
meh.
And you couldn't possibly believe we couldn't find it. Okay.
Yeah.
What a D-bag.
Is that lady here?
Yep.
I call her sword.
Target her first.
Don't tell me how to fight someone.
Did you get my initiative?
16.
I'm orc. I've been fighting people for over 3,000 years.
Well, you were kind of sitting in a room for a good time.
You might be a little bit rusty.
What did everybody else get?
I got 15.
Now you're just asking a blade in your suit.
Brendan?
8.
Don't ask how a blade in your
Alright.
suit makes sense. 5.
We're terrible.
Perry, did you remember to roll twice?
Yes. My second roll is a 5.
Nice.
I'm glad at least my recovery dice let me go to full. That was nice.
I have enough recoveries to go back to full. I also have healing potions still.
Which you never use.
Which I never use.
Never use. Like nothing at all. I wonder who's first in initiative. Who get it?
I don't know. Who?
Crusaders.
One of them is.
One of them. Oh, not all of them.
They don't all have the same initiative.
Are we in a room where I can use any thunder damage yet?
We're out in the
It
open.
might be risky here.
No, we're
Please.
still in the open cavern
Oh.
area.
Please, just don't. Anything but thunder damage.
No.
Whilst in a cave.
Yeah, that means I
Can I sling the quiver, like the painting, on my shoulder real quick?
I put it down.
Or that. I throw it to the ground.
So we'll get dirty?
Whatever.
It's in a leather bag. Oh, I put mine in a leather bag. I don't know about you.
I rolled it up.
You rolled it up.
Whatever.
There is water all over the floor.
There's water all over the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've basically been wading through like
Everybody
puddles.
jump.
I could care less.
Sizzle.
And it all goes to Ulrich.
Perry probably in the back somewhere. Elodie also probably in the back somewhere. And then Doc.
I'll be right in here.
Connor over here. Yeah, I just put you next to me. Yeah. And up here. There's the lady who looks like she's in charge of the Crusaders, Rosalind. There's right here. Guy in robes. There's a dog over there.
Can we do the thing before where we start like one turn away from me having my extra weapon die? Like in the dragonfly.
First up is Rosalind Dunbar. And she's just going to ready initiative. Elodie.
I am going to.
She draws her sword. When she does, it emits a very bright flash of pink light and emits sort of a humming sound.
Interesting.
I thought it was fire.
What kind of sword is it?
It's not fire. When she was swinging it around before, it was emitting flashes of multicolored light.
Interesting.
Kind of sword
It
is
looks
like?
magical.
It looks like sort of like a cavalry saber.
Okay.
It
Or a
is the
scimitar.
sword of rainbows.
Is it like one-handed?
Yeah, it's a one-handed sword.
We should have taken that pitchfork.
Which
The tuning fork.
The tuning
Oh.
fork, sorry. Pitchfork. Range attack on Rosalind.
Okay.
19 versus AC.
Actually, I don't know if I want that sword. It's all rainbowy.
I'm pretty sure it's going to hurt.
It nicely sticks right into her shield.
Good. I don't want the rainbow
Is it
sword.
stack? Well, it's a range attack.
Done.
Yep.
Ready. The chumps.
The chumps.
Jumps, the jumps, the jumps.
The lovely lady jumps.
Okay, if it looks like it's going badly, I'm
Ulrich,
going
one of the
to-
soldiers looks like it's going to try and run more or less past you towards Regolith. You want to try and intercept him?
Sure.
Alright, sure. We'll just-
Yeah, and I'll do my thunder damage.
Can I at the
until
very
it's
least clock him in the jaw?
Nope.
Oh, I want to clock someone.
Do like a
Not
half step.
today.
All three of them are going to go on you.
We need to get more bar fights going. So I can clock people.
To be fair, we haven't been in a bar in a while.
Yeah, we have not been.
We were
in
in
a
a
bar.
China.
Orca's yet to go in a bar, actually. She does not. And no, you cannot convert Orc into a keg. It's not going to happen.
I noticed that.
Yeah, we're going to a Dwarven city. It's probably going to happen.
Does 19 hit you AC? Your AC, Ulrich?
No.
Alright. So they all missed you, but there's more than one engaged with you, which means they deal half damage on their attacks.
Oh.
So you take a total of 6. As they all come in at you and start battering at you with swords.
Orc just goes, feh.
Ignore them.
And you guys really thought you could defeat a dragon? Are you kidding me? This is pathetic.
No, they were never hoping to defeat
Ready to
it.
action
They
is
were
gonna
just
go
trying to
off.
Profit off of
And
it.
now that
No, they were hoping to defeat it because they didn't know we were coming.
go right up
They were
to
probably waiting.
Or like running and loot.
and she is going to run up to Regolith. And try and that.
Bring
it, jerk.
Not regular.
Don't worry, I got spell fist. You
That
still gonna hit hard
is,
enough.
that is only 11 AC.
No, that's not gonna hit me.
She gets sort of caught up getting around Ulrich, doesn't manage to clip you with it.
Spell fist.
She whips the sword past your ear. It's humming and vibrating.
It's a lightsaber!
The perfect blade for a lady. If
I forgot to do this beforehand, so just.
Are you gonna
give a
comment on
moment,
it, Jamie?
I'm gonna pour all
And
this
he's
dice.
commenting on the fact that it's vibrating.
I'm gonna pour all
God.
this dice. Okay.
Well-
I mentioned he had his own caliber of terrible, horrible humor, but
Dear God.
It also had to do with it was pink, but that's beside the point.
That's-
And rainbows. It is the rainbow
it's
blade.
pink and it vibrates.
Does it like leave like a little rainbow trail when you like switch it around?
So,
It's not currently emitting light.
By the way,
It emitted it looked like metal
Wait,
sparks,
came out.
but bright pink.
was the guy in
one-handed magic
The guy with the
kind of
mage.
sounds like something
Is he
you
also like
need to
that Crusader?
Yep, he's wearing black robes. He's got like
LED.
Crusader insignia on.
One-handed
So I'm
magic
going to
sword sounds
target
like
that
something
fellow
you
with a
should
ray
grab.
of frost.
Sure,
Just so you know.
he is going to attempt to counterspell you.
No,
How does counterspell work?
He rolls an attack against
how many
mental
kids, so
defense.
she can summon as many puppies
It's
and
17
kids as she
for mental
wants.
That
defense.
would also be really
That
nice.
does go.
It's like
Your
an
ray of
acid
frost
sword,
flies out
where
and
you
goes
hit it 50 bucks.
disintegrates into a
That's
cloud of
not
snow.
they should bring it back. Box of kittens stats.
This
In the
is what
case of
happens
his
when you
specific
don't go
counterspell,
to
he gets a
school.
stiff penalty if it's not an at-will attack, and he can only do it once. But he has thwarted your spellcraft.
Alright.
Want to move anywhere?
Haha, I will not deal with your bullshittery.
Sure, I'll move behind.
Elodie?
The dwarves.
Thanks, Harry.
I see we're gonna
not
gauge the
one for
old
bravery.
ranger and mage move, where it's like I get behind the mage, I get behind the ranger, I get behind the mage, I get behind the ranger.
I asked
Sort of shuffle your way
I'd like
backwards.
to ask Ellie
towards
to
other.
target the other
Dogs, you're
sorcerer.
up.
The
Alrighty.
gates?
How far
Is
does
it
it take
still
me to?
Move action will get you
He's
about there.
counterspelling.
Alrighty, so I'll
Is it
just
still
get over
nearby?
there
Like
and
with
fire.
Maybe.
Phew. I think it's a bit too early
Is this
for
the
Spirits of
other
the
mage?
Righteous.
That's the other mage?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, these two guys didn't move. I know, just
You know, we're probably gonna, have a rest after this, right? So
Yeah, we can
shoot at Regolith.
I can go crazy with the dailies. I bless us as a quick action, and let's
You
see.
mean by us?
19 AC on you, Regolith.
That'll hit.
Let's see.
You take 8
you,
damage.
you
Those two guys shoot
and,
with little crossbows. They're
you-
arcane crossbows.
You and me are gonna get +1 to all attacks until the end of the battle.
Sweet.
Does it happen if I come closer to you, or is that too late now?
It's
us
only
three
3
people.
people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The melee people,
The
boss.
melee people, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
You're going to run up closer?
He did. He moved up there.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
you still call it spell
oh, that's just
right?
a quick action actually. So I'm gonna
Or
fire
was
Javelin
my
of
favorite
Faith at.
Final Fantasy sort of character. The
You
muscle wizard.
got
all
5
he does is cast
soldiers,
spell
the
punch.
lady with the
Yeah.
spark sword, and a mage
That's
over
how I-
there who
that's how I-
qualifies as nearby along with the
Flavor chaos.
Yeah.
I will. Spell my fists.
I'll shoot at the mage, I guess.
Of course, to be muscle.
He can't do anything.
And a big mustache.
No, he used his counterspell.
And I waxed it. Yeah.
All right, that is 11 versus physical defense.
No.
Oh,
That wouldn't hit a kitten.
He stubbornly resists your attack.
damn.
It's like he's tougher than the average mage.
All right,
He's
2
got a
damage.
good career of military being beaten up.
2 holy damage.
Yes. This is the mage's
Oh wait, I
turn.
forgot the +1. Will that help?
It doesn't apply to this damage.
Inconvenient.
No, I mean
it's
+1 to
no.
physical damage. Or the
Physical defense? No, it still wouldn't hit him.
Nah.
His physical defense is 14.
Right.
Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, I don't.
like-
I really don't care if you want any of their stats. Yeah, just ask me.
Haha! My physical defense is stronger than his.
Yeah, and he's a wizard. you're a punchy like mage. You actually get up
I lowered
there.
my physical defense by doing that.
Oh,
My mental.
interesting. His mental defense is probably higher than yours. His is 18.
Yeah, mine's just shite.
His mental defense is 18. All right. Hey, Regolith. Let's see if he can get this to work.
Is this the everybody punches Regolith game?
Not quite.
Not quite.
That's a fun game.
13 versus your physical defense?
No, it does not hit.
Ah, dang.
It just hits higher.
You feel some very weird force. Ulrich, you feel it too, like rippling, like you almost feel lighter for a second, but then it just sort of passes.
Telekinesis.
Connor's turn. Connor is going to get up here.
I think I have indigestion or something.
He doesn't really have a ranged weapon, though. And he's not just.
Any throwing hammers or something?
I don't eat.
No, I think he used those, or he probably lost them when he was being dragged around.
Quick, grab something sharp from Tom's backpack.
Stick the dragon's yeah. Stick the dragon's
almost like ghost feeling.
He can probably
Yeah.
find like a
But it's
hunting
like
knife or
that
something
for-
in your
it's like
backpack.
his limbs and
I'm guessing Tom's hiding over where he was.
You can have my crossbow if you want.
I thought that was better to you.
That would suck.
I
Isn't
can
that part
probably
of
do.
your arm?
I can probably detach it.
He can grab a knife from Tom's backpack.
Alrighty.
Actually, he's gonna grab like a hatchet and
Okay.
try and chuck that at
Wait, he doesn't
Rosalind there.
Does he not have his hammer or anything?
He has his melee hammer, but he
Okay.
has to move, and then
Right.
otherwise he's just moving into melee and not doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually hits. Nice.
Woohoo!
He hits with his shitty little stove hatchet. He hits Rosalind. Clangs off the side of her armor, rattles her a bit. Regolith, you're up.
Alright. I'm assuming the mage is in range for nearby.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh wow.
It's not a big, huge gap.
Going to lightning fork. No, I'm going to chaos bolt him. Okay. 22 versus physical defense.
Go over adjacent to the lady.
He's got, I think he has a...
Spell fist allows me to attack using ranged spells without always.
Still, you're like somewhat squishy. You should try and disengage.
I'll do that after. I want to take out the mage. So that he can actually do something.
I thought counter can only be done once per battle.
I don't know.
I can tell you, yeah, his counter spell ability only works
8.
once. I don't want to make the battle boring by constantly thwarting every attack you make.
Counterspell. 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 Counterspell.
20,
20 damage?
negative.
That's handy. He'd already taken 2, I just have to add another 2 to it. Dougie! Alright.
Now, is it negative or just plain unholy? Is there a difference?
What is it?
It's negative. I think it comes from the Lich King.
So unholy, okay.
Dog's gonna move up there.
There's 3 guys in
And
front
sort
of me,
of
right?
hunch down, looking at you.
There are 3 guys in front of me, right?
Yep, there's 3 guys engaged with
I'm
you.
gonna try to disengage.
Which one?
20.
Wait,
Oh yeah, you wanna move somewhere?
is
I
the guy who were
move to the right side of Ulrich.
Yeah, over here.
the guy who we were talking to? He's engaged with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were talking to him and to Rosalind mostly.
I'm hitting him first.
Sure.
That's a 19 on the die. That should probably hit.
Probably.
So it's going to be 10 damage.
Okay. You run that guy through.
This is what you get for being a douchebag. I haven't learned my lesson.
My only regret was joining the Crusaders army.
Now,
Also, those bell bottoms I used to wear.
you're all gonna die here, Crusader scum, so none of the Crusaders know I'm not with the Crusaders.
Your logic is impeccable. You gonna try and disengage or anything?
Hell no.
That escalate.
If anything, I encourage these
Okay,
guys to attack me.
okay, I'm going to target Rosalind with my newly gained 3rd level spell, Vicious Monkey.
Do you need health?
Charisma versus
Okay,
level.
nice, I got
One use of healing.
I'm alright.
18 versus MD.
Yep.
Be paladin touch.
I roll
I'm like 7 away from
66.
being bloodied.
I have to come back with the
Whatever.
total in a minute. It does
stagger.
psychic
Stagger.
damage, and until the end of my next turn, if she misses one of her attacks, she takes half the damage its attack would have dealt to herself.
If she misses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until the end of my next turn. I'll tell you the total in a minute.
So after this, we're going to the Dwarven Citadel, probably, right?
16,
Yeah, we're going to forge.
is
Well, no, we're going to the village. Pick up the horses. Then
How much?
24.
What are we doing after 4?
Ow.
to
Are we gonna
Yes.
are we gonna have some cardio or something? Or?
Soldier.
well, we're going to rest up. We'll see what happens in Forge. Then hopefully we can head to the Undermountain.
They probably have some pretty sick
you move up
parties
here?
there. Yeah, it's a Dwarven
2 of them
place.
attack.
And then we'll bring the
One of the crits.
True King to his
The
place.
one you use. 70 does not, but it half damages you.
How sick are the parties in Forge, the Dwarven parties? They're pretty sick there?
Ulrich, you take a total of 10 damage.
Damn it. 10 damage. Okay.
Yep, from 2 attacks hit you. Well, one hit you, one crit you and one missed.
You call that a hit? I can fell your friends in a single hit.
The other 2 are going to shoot at Elodie.
Oh,
One of them will hit you for 4 damage.
okay.
See, over
It's Rosalind.
the damage he takes.
Now free of anyone engaging her, she's going to
You'll be right
go
up.
after Elodie.
Sorry.
My
She
bad.
looks right angry.
Yeah.
My
Does she
bad.
miss? Does she miss?
That
Face the
is
wrath of the rainbow
16
blade.
AC.
I have 16.
Aha, tags you. You take 10 damage.
And my thing almost worked.
I probably should have stuck to her. It's my fault.
Parry.
Scary woman going after me. Very close.
Yup.
Run away!
Or
Run away
is
and
starting to
cast.
think
That's
all
an arrow.
we need martial
Okay.
training.
Do you have to do disengage before you can do that? Or
I
oh,
think
you're
she's
right
not
behind.
engaged.
You're right behind.
for the
Yeah,
purposes of
you're
being
fine.
able to clear
Actually,
out
she's
more
probably
enemies
engaged
more
both of
easily.
you since you're right next to each other.
Yeah.
But
Carrie
there's
was
some
right
bright
behind
Well,
me.
you should be able to at least know.
What's the point of hiding behind someone if you can get engaged?
Tactics.
Exactly, there
Yeah.
isn't
I should
one.
have kept
There
her
isn't one.
engaged.
Don't do it.
Okay, fine. I'll start.
Walking along like this isn't going to stop someone with a fire axe.
Okay, first, I'm going to use Shocking Grasp.
Sure.
17 on the die.
Probably hit her.
18, 19, 20, 21,
Yeah, yeah.
22, 23. Okay. 2 lightning damage, and target pops free from me.
Okay.
Now, as she's being tased, I'm going to get my wield my spoon.
Wizard brutality! Wizard
Acid
brutality!
arrow.
I totally want to see a buddy cop movie with a wizard and like a fighter or something.
Isn't that essentially the D&D movie?
Let's not mention that bug.
Yeah,
Which one?
I watched it when I was a kid, so I thought it was funny.
The only good thing in that movie is Jeremy Irons. Just eating all the scenery.
18 versus physical defense.
18 physical defense? Yep.
Okay.
Hey, is that the one with the things coming out of the ears?
Yeah. And the blue lips for no reason.
He looked fabulous.
It's the blue lipstick from Japan in France.
Ichiban. Lipstick for Ben.
Alright, that is.
Why do I remember that? Yeah. I was surprised you remember the name. I was like, I don't
See,
remember
that
the name.
is 5
Because
product damage.
anime?
and
No, it's Friends,
3,
the TV show with Joey.
5 is 8.
It's his like horrible commercial.
7,
It's 15.
15 acid damage.
Whoa.
And 5 ongoing acid damage.
So terrible.
I thought he said something else.
No.
She is staggered.
Woohoo!
Doc,
Alrighty.
you want to run down the hallway and leave Elodie to her fate?
I use
Speaking
my
of,
spoon. I can't move.
Okay.
Such things, Trevor. If I do a dark ritual, can I get an Archlotep over here and possess Elodie or something?
Add
Yes, but considering she's a bard, you'd probably get the one from the anime.
add 1 more damage.
That-
Yeah, I
that-
forgot to add the
that-
spoon damage. I forgot to add the spoon damage.
Okay.
So add 1 to that.
What are you doing, Doc?
I'm gonna move between Regolith and the dog and Regolith,
Okay.
and I'm going to fire Javelin of Fate at it.
Dog is going to charge you.
Oh.
It had an action ready.
Ah.
Doesn't like you coming near it. It's gonna miss you though.
Alrighty.
But you are now engaged with the dog.
Alrighty. I'm gonna have to use my hammer.
Hammer that small puppy.
Oh, crit.
Right.
Poor small puppy.
Rain.
I can only picture it just running right towards it and getting thwacked.
Alright, so that's 3 plus 4 is
That is
7.
Dog shouldn't go.
And is that times 2 with the...
times 2.
Okay, so 14 damage.
Right. You stagger the dog in one quick swing. Imagine if you're going down the highway in a convertible and
Oh.
someone on the corner was standing with like a 10-pound bag of potatoes and just went,
Oh.
oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
It's about that effect.
Is that a hunter tactic or something, Trevor? Sounds like one to me.
Should be.
I really wish I had.
Mage's turn.
Hopefully I'm far enough away from the mages.
Mage is going to target Elodie.
Ew.
And try and do that thing again.
Did I eat her?
Really interesting.
Yep.
After I spell fisted him or chaos bolted him in the face,
Yeah.
trying to attract damage towards me.
That's...
You should be a fighter if you want to do that.
He misses you.
Oh.
It's a little bolt of fire whips past your head. Connor's turn. Connor.
I liked it when everybody only attacked me and the dog.
Maybe defend the wizard and the...
Alas.
He doesn't much like the wizard.
What about the bard?
He does like the bard.
For any particular reason?
Why doesn't he like the wizard?
No one likes the
No.
wizard.
No one likes the wizard.
I'm so lonely.
You were butchering a corpse. It's a
Don't
thing he
worry.
doesn't like.
Don't worry, Barry.
There's that,
I'm
he
always
misses.
your
I didn't
friend.
butcher a corpse, I pretty much trimmed its nails.
Actually, yeah, you did. You took a
I
tie.
didn't butcher it.
Anyway,
I just
Regolith.
calling one eye out. By the way, did you take the heart?
No.
Why
Why
not?
didn't you take the
surprised.
card? I'm surprised.
Probably because it's like the size of a stove.
Also, it would take forever getting through caustic stuff.
No, that's true.
And you already have rust.
Alright. I'm going to lightning.
Yeah.
You
As
know
far as
what?
we
No.
know, we don't. But
Actually,
we do.
I'm going to
No, I clearly
Target.
have rust.
crap. I'm going to target one enemy. I'm going to target the dog with my breath of light. Because why not? 13 versus physical defense.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I can do half damage. Sweet.
That's not bad.
Martin fails again
4,
and again.
7,
Do, 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 do.
So-
Planet. Wait, what?
5 full damage.
Captain Planet, he's our hero.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm going down here.
Ulrich.
Hey, we use
And
a lot
I'm
of
going to walk up to
around
the
here.
dog.
Okay, engage the dog.
Ulrich will stab another minion of sorts.
Stabby, stabby.
13 versus AC.
No. He stubbornly ducks.
So I do 2 damage.
Okay.
As I hit him with my pommel.
Escalate. Elodie,
Alright, melee attack.
you are engaged.
I will put.
Cold stroke.
16 versus AC, like this.
No. And riposte.
Yep. Do 2 damage.
So this is what happens when you're fighting more than enemy at the same time.
20
You
AC.
get away of your blade swing.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You take 10 damage. And she hits you with a riposte.
Guys, I'm dying.
I only have
You
close
have.
contact
Want to
healing.
try and disengage?
Yes.
You have 2 people backing you up, so
Run
you're
away
only fighting
and
one
no,
enemy.
that, I don't run away. I do not run away.
Oh no, there's so much ketchup on your clothing. We
The
do not have a
chumps.
budget.
They're going to try and disengage from Ulrich. That one does not. That one does not. To the other two, going to shuffle on up.
Cowards.
One will engage with Elodie. The other will engage with Perry. Well, actually,
Too many on
they're all just in the same clump now.
Yeah,
again.
they're like-
You're all engaged with
It's
each
a
other
ball.
again.
I turned to face him like, what the fuck?
Alright, 2-1 Ulrich.
I thought they just... Never mind.
There's 4 still alive. The 2 that were firing crossbows engaged over there, the other 2 are still with you. One will hit you, one will miss you, but you've got one will engage with you. So you take 6 damage total. Parry, one's going to attack you. 12 will probably not hit you.
No.
The other one will swing at Elodie and also miss.
Yay!
But multiple engagements, you both take 2 damage. They have an effect called teamwork. If more than one of the soldiers is engaged with the same target, each soldier's attack that misses deals half damage. And it's Rosalind's turn. She also has this effect. She is going to try and stab Elodie.
Yeah.
Actually, she's going to stab Perry.
No.
He saw acid at her.
I fake going down. I am totally dead. Please
Ooh,
ignore me.
fun! She gets an 18 on the die.
Oh. That's an even number 2.
Don't worry, Elodie, I'll raise you from the grave.
Avenge
I care that
my
it's natural
memory.
18
You'll
or
get
higher.
badass school and everything.
Does she get a crit on 18?
No, she triggers her magic swords effect.
Oh.
Blinding Flash. First of all, Perry, you take 10 damage.
Oh.
And Blinding Flash, all engaged enemies become weakened until the end of her next turn.
Oh,
-4 to attacks and all defenses.
She
She swings her sword, cuts you across the chest, and her sword emits a bright flash of purple light, leaving you
probably killed the
seeing
dying
spots.
Yeah.
Perry, you're up.
Remember, Elodie,
Oh, yeah.
go towards the light. It's
Well, I can do
nice.
something like that too. Color spray.
Okay.
So it's
Wanna get that
there's
closer?
like 3 targets, so let's see how many hit. Oh, 4.
Oh, all 4 of them.
Well, there's only 3, but
Yeah.
Oh, well.
The other ones are a bit far away.
so I gotta roll an attack for all of them.
Each one, yep.
Alright, so -4.
Yep. On the grumpy lady.
Let's see, that is
She saves against the acid, by the way.
11 versus mental defense.
Nope.
Okay, 14 on the die.
Seriously, once we get out of this
Which
queue,
adds
you
to-
guys need to tell me
this is
what
on
the
basic
hell
soldier?
this, like,
Yeah.
great
Alright, that
mage
is
is supposed to be.
Okay. 15 on the
It's
die.
like current events, like
Okay.
today's, like,
Yeah.
get you like a People's
Can we have
magazine.
like a,
essentially.
like here's what you need to know pamphlet.
Yeah, Arcane 500.
Yeah, they are. No, wait, those are
And
details.
maybe you know who the current rulers of the land
There we
are.
go.
Yeah, like, well, to be fair, you know the Dwarf King's name.
Let's see,
Yeah,
that
so the
is,
current rulers.
13 damage, 13 psychic damage.
You don't know
Okay.
that yet.
And if
To each of them?
Yeah.
That's from your
And if they're below 10 HP, they are weakened until the end of my next turn.
Alright, well, both of them collapse to the ground, holding their eyes, going and twitching.
So just Rosalind with us then?
I still have a quick action and a move, so I'm going to Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
Yay!
On the grumpy lady.
There's like construction on
13.
and gutters
Plus
and
2
stuff.
is
yeah,
15.
So
Physical
every
defense.
morning they're like 7. It's like
Yes, physical defense.
hammer,
Yep.
hammer,
Shouldn't
hammer.
it?
How much was it?
16 physical defense.
Yep.
That
Isn't
is.
this supposed to be a
Okay.
bylaw?
Exactly what you need.
Like, or something that construction companies
That
have
is
yeah.
4 damage.
They get
Okay.
on the roof.
And
Yeah.
since she got tasered, I'm
pretty sure I
going
know
to
that
move away from her.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah. No, I know that. I think there was construction near my house a while
I
back.
don't know, maybe over here.
Even
Okay.
if I've gotten enough sleep before that, the fact that I'm woken up by those sounds, it's like,
Yeah. Well, look, because it's on a consistent
The dog.
basis, it's annoying.
Dog is going to go for Doc.
how many dogs are there? Just one?
Just one.
Just the one.
It's gonna miss Doc.
It's his name.
Doc, your turn.
He can't see anymore. He's got
I
like.
want to
these,
make
like,
Rudy the
eyes.
undead hound.
So is anyone taking ongoing damage or anything?
We're weakened.
Okay.
No.
Damn.
Only she needs healing.
Alrighty.
Dog is gonna try and disengage, actually. Does not succeed.
And by she, I mean
There's
Elodie. And by Elodie,
Because
I
there's
mean the character over
No,
there.
it's because it rolled a 3.
So I'm gonna try to hit the dog and see if I kill it. Nat 1.
Nice.
Alrighty. So yeah, and you take a recovery plus 4.
Woohoo!
Down from 0.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna bother powering up the spell.
Cookie one.
It takes too much time.
And also I have a move action I can use as a quick action.
Okay.
I'm going to use... Oh, none of these things work. Never mind.
Right.
I could have used the invocation of knowledge, but I can only do that on the first turn. Forgot to use that.
Right. Mage's turn. It's going to go for Elodie.
Why do these mages hate enemies so much? I don't get
Well,
it.
the leaders
currently it's because
gauge
those two
the-
have -4 to their defenses.
Yeah.
Oh.
Me and Perry.
I thought they
I
were
also
being
think
sexist.
No, I also think it's because Elodie shot at the mage.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
no,
not
you
the
didn't shoot
mage,
the
that's
mage. No,
Rosalind.
right,
I shot at
Yeah.
the mage.
Yeah, and so did I.
And Rosalind's their leader after all.
Yeah.
So.
Perry's over there. There's a bunch of people between you.
They have like standing orders to maybe like attack whoever's attacking Rosalind.
They certainly have that order. That is 18 versus physical defense on you.
Yes, that it.
Take 6 fire damage. And it's an
Okay.
even roll.
Mhm.
So it's going to go for Perry.
Surroundings because even if
It's another even roll.
blocking
16
attack,
physical
you
defense.
spin around.
Yes.
Yeah, that hit.
That's on Perry.
Yes.
And you
That's
take
how I
6
get
fire
attack
damage.
damage.
And it's another even roll. So it's going to fire a dart at Elodie. 8. Nice. He's chaining the hell out of this. 14 physical defense.
Tied.
Another 6 fire
That
damage.
hits, yeah.
And on Perry. 19 on the die.
Are you just gonna keep hitting both of them
No,
until
no,
they
it's
die?
Every even time there's an even
Yeah.
roll, he gets to make another attack with that.
It's
But
basically
This
like
one's 19 on the die,
Does
which...
does have like a limitation to like 1 per target?
No,
Nope.
it's just if you get an even number, make another attack.
Alright, so much damage.
If he wanted to be a dick, he could just keep peppering the same person. But he can only do it once. Another 6 damage to you.
Okay.
Connor.
stupid chain.
Connor takes out a black anvil and throws it at someone.
He's actually going to take a swing at the lady and miss there. Regolith.
Alright, first of all, Breath of Light. Nope. And
What is this breath of light? You just like breathing onto your
Sorcerer's spell, he breathes clouds of cold.
No, it's clearly the halitosis.
I'd like to.
Come save me.
Yeah,
Got a dog in your face.
Nah, I'm gonna ignore the dog. I'm gonna target what's her face.
Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Kill her.
18 on the dice. Cool.
Die. Die, Rosalind, die.
9. 13 damage.
Okay.
That would be fire damage. 2 damage to the dog because of my chaotic benefit.
Ooh, dog's looking real hurt. Ulrich.
Over smash. Possibly. Maybe just pommel. Who knows?
+2. Just so you know.
Yeah, I know. So that's 15 versus AC.
No.
Pommel.
So 2.
Bloody guys are just swarming me.
Escalate and Elodie. Your turn.
Disengage. Is it a minor to disengage?
Move action.
Move action?
To attempt to do so.
And I can't.
Or you can just move away and provoke.
Disengage. You don't need
Is
a
she decently hurt?
She's fairly hurt. She's staggered.
I'm just gonna try to hit
You
her.
don't. Okay, yeah, but disengage after.
Yeah. Well, if she, I'm gonna try and hit her.
Disengage, run away, jump
Well, the
down the
-4.
slide, and you'll never have to
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. No. Nope.
Alright.
I do 2 damage to her. 2 miss damage. I think she has a counter, doesn't she?
She does.
Yes.
That's only 13 AC though.
Oh, okay. That does not hit.
Done?
I don't like that Paris.
Try and disengage.
Why can't disengage and run away though?
Yeah. If you succeed in disengaging, you move.
Oh,
So if I
okay.
say quickly,
I'm
move
trying
with
to
it.
hit.
Parry.
The downside is if you
You're
fail,
talking to Parry, we're telling you
disengaging
Parry.
doesn't know.
No, I fail.
That's very true.
What happens if you tell Parry to parry?
The generic
You
guys.
say parry square.
Both can attack Ulrich.
If we were told to tell you
One will
to
hit.
parry an attack, we would say parry
Ulrich
square.
take 6 damage
That's parry
total
square.
from both of them. They're both going to try and disengage. They will succeed.
Why? They don't like
Can I
fighting the wall?
when Rosalind was like countering, can I totally like fake that I took a hit and like I went down? And I'm just gonna
Actually, only one of them is going to go.
Yeah.
One of them comes over and engages Elodie.
Why don't
The
they
other
want
one's
to
with
fight
Ulrich.
me?
You're a
Rosalind.
giant suit of armor.
She is going to try and stab you.
Yep.
I like to imagine they keep on like
17 AC?
stabbing through like my
Yep.
arms and
Alright,
stuff. and
10 damage.
Nothing is happening. Not even a
I go
trace of
down.
blood.
Again? Nice.
No, yeah. First time for everything.
It's like people don't want to actually fight the
Going
goal.
to try and disengage from Connor.
They
And
don't
not
want to fight the
succeed.
tank. They know how
Parry.
to focus the DPS.
Okay.
Really, you just use those words.
I'm going to Ray of Frost and target Rosalind's feet. You know, we're wading in the water, so I'm going to try to, get some ice around her feet.
Sure.
Come on, 3 stooge it.
23 versus physical defense.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're just basically trying to stick her in place?
Yep.
Alright. She is stuck.
The weekend was for 1 turn, or was it?
It was till the end of her next turn. It's gone now. It doesn't do any damage. If you're trying to stick her in place.
Oh.
You made her boots
Nice to
cold.
be what else?
Okay.
If you want to do damage, it would be instead.
Yeah, I would rather do damage.
Okay.
Ultimate healing everywhere.
That's 20 figures. That's really nice. But if I could roll it a bit better,
22.
if I could get 5 or 6 more off, it'd be great.
I usually get at least 3 extra standard actions.
That might kill her.
Yeah, 23 cold damage.
Which is amazing.
That does knock her
Then
down.
again, not dying is also cool.
Wait, so you got knocked out?
Her armor ices over and she sort of collapses to the ground.
Does everyone lose morale?
Weakness, being a popsicle.
Are you done?
Still have a move action, but there's someone else. There's still this little fella, right?
Yep.
Weakness, bleeding to death.
You're over there though.
But I do have a quick action.
Mhm.
I'm going to charge over to this fellow and he's shocking grasp.
Taser hug.
The charging wizard, you don't see that too often.
Do I get a bonus charge?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna give you +2 because there is no way in hell he was expecting this behavior from a mage.
But I do get quite a bit of bonus, so let's see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 versus physical defense.
That is exactly what you need. You managed to catch him off guard.
He just says, what the? And then he gets tasered.
That is 3 lightning damage.
I love that you did this for 3 damage. You do manage to kill him. He goes, and collapses to the ground, twitching.
While saying, impossible!
Inconceivable!
Yes.
The dog!
Alright.
Dog's gonna go for Doc. He's gonna miss horrible. This dog sucks.
He's lame now. He's
Dog,
just
you're up.
horribly injured.
If we
Yeah, you should probably
defeat
try this
them all, can we get the
He does not.
dog?
Yeah.
He's like a fairly angry dog.
Yeah, he's like vomiting.
Just happens to be incompetent.
I like angry dog. He's a good dog. He's a good dog.
So there's like a pile of dead bodies now, just around where Perry is.
So I'm going to try to hit the dog again. I got a nat 10.
I hate when I hear people
Find
are
that
hitting
healing potion
dogs
and feed it
again.
to me.
Yeah.
So 7 plus
These
3.
dwarves, they're such
20
animal
versus
abusers,
AC.
I tell you.
Oh yeah.
Are they easy to
Alrighty.
see, or do I have to find them?
I think they're like
Excuse me, I just
online,
need to
like,
drop
belts
kick
or
this
something.
puppy.
Both the Crusaders are dead? Both the Crusaders
All the Crusaders are there and they're dead. The only things alive are the mage, the dog, and one of the soldiers.
Are they
And I
gonna
do
do
8
job now
damage.
that the boss is
How
dead?
much?
8 damage.
Actually, wait, you did that one.
Is the dog dead?
The dog is dead.
Yay.
You
Yay.
crushed the dog's spine.
Alrighty, who needs heals?
Good job, hero. You killed a dog.
Me.
Alright, take recovery plus 4.
I'm just using them all up, aren't I?
Yeah. And I'm going to run screaming at the wizard there.
Okay. Mage's turn. He's going to attempt to disengage from you. Will fail. It's going to attempt to shocking grasp you. Will fail. He's going to hit you with his staff. Will
He's
fail.
very yeah, he's very flustered right now.
Will fail?
That is 17 17 AC.
Nope.
I'd like to think
Yep.
I'd like to think that
Connor's turn.
the mage is like, why did that guy just charge? That's not what wizards do.
Exactly.
He will not succeed.
Yay.
Megalith.
I recharged my Breath of Light.
Cool.
I'm actually going to chain a lightning. First, targeting the guy.
Only 2 things.
The guy. Well, yeah, the guy engaged with Ulrich.
Okay. That one.
Reroll.
That's what you get for attacking near Ulrich.
23 versus physical defense.
Yep.
And I'm going to roll for the other guy first before I do damage. Crap. 11, 14 versus physical defense.
No. Oh wait, no. The mage, that does hit.
Yes.
Mage has crummy physical defense.
Oh my god.
Trip ones.
7 cold damage.
Yeah.
Or sorry, lightning.
Lightning damage?
Lightning.
The curse of Ulrich continues, passing on to others.
Hey, if it's going
You will at
clockwise,
least
I'm
be
all
happy
right
to
with it.
know that you exactly kill the last move.
Woo!
See, that was my actual goal, so that Ulrich goes run and smash the mage.
Right.
I run over to the mage as well.
Sure.
And go oogity boogity.
Ulrich,
Who's left living?
the
The
mage.
mage.
Ulrich slowly walks over to the mage, like, we're gonna have a fun time, you and me.
Okay.
So, do you give up now?
Pommel strike.
2 damage.
Yes. As he just goes
Nice.
whack with the pommel.
Right. Escalate. Mage. Just want to get Ulrich with a staff. Or actually, you can go for.
I was checking the probability of me
Of the
rolling.
odds.
You do know your
18 AC.
That way.
Your mask doesn't work.
You take
Yeah,
4
it's
damage,
individual.
and you are popped
They're
free.
not necessarily all perfectly balanced.
You take 4 damage, and you are popped free of the mage.
Okay.
He knocks you away. He's going to try and shocking grasp on Doc.
Not Ulrich, I'm highly conductive.
Yeah, you're the hardest to hit.
Wait, he's doing shock and grasp more than once?
Nope.
No, he has a melee attack that also pops things free of him.
Oh.
He's good at getting things away from him. He's a war mage.
We should just knock this guy out.
23 physical defense on you, Doc.
23, that'll
I'm
definitely
gonna try and kill him, but you guys should try
You take
not.
4 lightning damage, and you are popped free of him. Then he's going to try and disengage. Hey, 18 on the die. He's going to disengage and start climbing over this thing, over to the other side of that palisade.
He's just trying to leave, but I can fire through it, can't I?
Yeah,
Let's give that a try.
Elodie's turn.
Let's try and fire through it and kill him.
Break object with the
16 plus 4, 20 versus AC on
The mage.
running away.
Yep.
Quite far.
15 damage.
Okay. You shoot him in the back, and he collapses to the ground.
Yes! I got one! One Crusader.
Alrighty. Can I
You
interest
writing
you
down
in
your
some looting?
kills?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and then we have to go find that gold stash somehow.
So I'm just gonna really quickly say that Elodie gets the sword, just because it makes sense.
It also works well as an item for it. It is the Scimitar of Sparkling Panache.
Oh my god!
+1 to attack and damage of weapon attacks and bardic spells.
Does it
There you go.
Its special ability is the Flash of Panache. When you make an attack with this weapon and roll a natural 18 or better, all enemies engaged with you become weakened until the end of your next turn.
Woohoo!
Its quirk is that it likes to play music all the time, and it likes to play it loud.
Yes! Yay!
Can Regolith buy a set of earplugs?
Yeah, you guys are all gonna need earplugs traveling with me.
Also, on Rosalind, you find a pouch of crossbow bolts. I want you to mark off one of these, because she shot you with it. They are bolts of lucky straying. Their innate effect is the crit range of attacks made with them expands by 1. So if you make a crossbow attack with these, they crit on a 19 or better. On a miss, you can make a basic ranged attack against another foe that is near the target or along your line of sight to the target. So if they miss someone, they tend to veer and hit other things.
And are they easily
They're-
recovered, or does he have a set amount?
There's 19 of them. They don't work more than once.
So, does anyone else have a crossbow?
You
I do.
I
But
have a light crossbow.
I do, but I tend to not use it. So go ahead.
Yeah, I tend to use my javelin of faith more than I use a crossbow.
Ulrich
I mean,
used to
like,
have a ballista,
I shoot
but it was
everything.
too heavy.
That's literally my basic.
Yeah.
So I think you're good to go with a crossbow.
I think
if you want.
Elodie's the one who uses a crossbow most.
Do you need it though?
No.
I can
We
pass
should
you my
give
crossbow.
all the magic
No,
items
I
to
have a
Elodie,
crossbow. I
and
just
then
have
she
a javelin
Isn't
of
I
faith.
forgets for that
die?
next session.
And then I fall over and die. You know what? I think you should take the crossbow because I really like I like
It's
my
not a
sparkling.
crossbow. It's not a crossbow.
Oh, I'm
Do
sure.
you have any magic items yet?
Oh.
Does Doc have any magic items yet?
He missed
I
out on
have
one.
a magic hammer.
Yep.
That lets me
Um,
cancel ongoing damage.
Is
I
it
do
a
have the
silver
custom
hammer?
magic rune.
Does it go bang bang?
That's not a magic
on
item,
someone's head?
It's a magic rune.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's a
liberation war.
Runes
I
are
have no
magic
idea what
items,
the
they just
color
don't
is.
count towards your ability.
Oh, okay.
I'm
And
supposed
the
to be
initial
giving
also
it
does
to
not
a
count.
I want to
family
take a
in
look at this mage.
Anvil.
Mage? Sure. Rifle through his pockets. You find he was casting spells just with his hand, but you do find a wand on him. that he
Actually,
wasn't
it is
using
part
for
of
some
Dwarven
reason. It's in a
tradition
little
that
box.
if I do use it in battle, it brings honor to their family.
He's not using it, probably cursed.
Probably cursed.
What'd you find?
But wasn't he?
Okay.
Didn't you say he had like a staff or something which he used to?
He had a
pop
staff he
someone?
was hitting people with. It's not magical.
But you said he had a weapon that he
I believe the
also
most
used to pop
important
people free.
question of all.
That's a weapon.
That's the
He just-
staff.
It's a skill.
It's a technique he has called hitting you in the stomach with it and knocking you backwards.
Ah.
How
I yelled to Perry, "What'd you find?"
That's not a magic effect. That's war mage training.
how much
Something.
coin do these people have?
None.
Can I see it?
Sure. Come closer.
They're marauding thugs. Why would they carry money? If they want something, they'll just kill you and take it.
So it's you said
Oh,
it's
they
a
maybe
case.
killed someone and took their coin. That's all.
Is it like a basic case or is it
Box?
Yeah.
It's a wooden box. It's
Oh.
got a little hinge on it. It's about yay big. You open it, it's got one of it.
Okay.
Well,
I'm going to touch
excuse
the
me,
wand.
I have
Pick
some
it up.
hearts to collect.
Okay. It's wand. It's magic.
Okay. I'm
How
going to put
many
the spoon of
books were
lies
there?
in its place.
Okay.
Trevor, how many people did we fight again?
7 and a dog.
7? That was 2 crossbow.
There were
head
5
one.
soldiers.
Right, yeah. Sorry.
Rosalind, a mage, and a dog.
Right.
What's this?
I forgot the guy he
wand
killed
about?
immediately because
Investigate.
It's a
Investigate.
+2 magic wand.
Oh.
I'm up to 19.
Doesn't seem to have any other abilities though,
Of course.
apart from just having a bigger bonus.
Take it.
Is it +2 to just attack or to
Attack and damage.
Well, you guys are looting items, I'm looting hearts.
Do you want something?
Do you just like put them on a
Promise not to
skewer and
break
see
it.
like cut it out and
Is
just
it
go?
the wand?
No, they just
I don't
disappear.
really
They just disappear.
want to cast
Even worse.
because I'm spell.
I just grab them
I
and
like the
immediately,
idea of
like,
hand
gone.
magic.
Can you do that to a
So I'm
living
okay.
creature?
Oh, it's called Kalima.
Like if you'd rather just, you could just sell it. I can hold on to it and we can just get rid of it later. But
I'll
like,
hold on to it. I'll hold on to it.
be careful with that though.
I can pull a Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
How many things are you holding, Perry?
Oh, I'm not, remember, I put the spoon of lies away, so I'm still having to check it. Getting
What do
careful.
you mean by away?
Not equipped.
I don't think.
Define. You can't even carry.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
oh,
not
you can't
believing
carry
It
it?
starts to screw with
Believes
you.
in anything.
Just being on your person.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't carry a
Do
magical
the
sack
bolts
of
count
items.
as a magical item?
No.
Like I said, Perry,
You have to?
I can hold on to something for you.
Alright, yeah, you can hold on
And
to it.
I'll give it back.
Here, you can hold on to the spoon.
It's in the box. I just throw it back.
Did they have any like supplies with them?
They have camping equipment, stuff for making tents. They have
Because
food
I'm
with them.
like fresh out of rope right now.
Yeah, they got rope.
Yes, rope.
I walk over to the. Actually, no, I don't.
Do they have food? It's been forever since
I was gonna say, I walk over to the guy who started this whole thing and punch him a few times in the face. Like,
Did they have any
Ulrich
owlbear
pulpified
jerky?
him pretty good already.
I know.
Cleaved him pretty good.
There's also the fact that Connor's here.
I bisected him.
So should we go around and try to find that horse?
Yeah, let's try to find
Let's go
Susan.
find that
maybe.
horse. Susan?
I will say you can climb up, head up around to the top of this hill, and you do find Susan tied off and looking grumpy. And I think with that, we're going to cut it there.
We do.
Hey.
And next week, owlbears.
It's my horse. Yeah.